popular, and for the mountains, of course, even cooler. Look at those overnight lows in the 20s as we head into Tuesday.
Officials even looked at models from European resorts on how to handle their new spring
Opportunity.
Sierra at Tahoe set to mark its 75th season, but in many ways, it's a new beginning.
We are on the verge of reopening, and it's just a tremendous feeling.
Alright, we are here at the best Philly cheesesteak in all of LA. Cheers. Let me get the video. This is definitely time for a dab right now.
Did something explode, or what was that flying from the front of the vehicle? Maybe the engine blew.
I'm thinking it came from the, well, it could be, because, I mean, where else would that smoke be coming from? But I don't think any shots have been fired.
This is live right now. There he goes.
He's jumping fences, looking for a way into one of these homes.
Dogs.
He's clearly desperate. We don't know if he's armed.
The dogs are coming out. Oh, there he is. He's
Trying to break into a home.
He is in.
Several dogs barking. He's now going through that sliding glass door, making his way into the home.
There's a homeowner up here, or maybe that's a police
Somebody
officer in
appears to
front.
be, yeah, it might even be a homeowner, not sure.
Oh my
He might be unaware.
Probably.
Completely unaware. Yeah, he's on the other side of the building. I don't think he has any clue.
He might be hearing the lights and sirens right outside to check it out, or not realize.
No information. Here comes somebody running out of front. Look at this.
Oh my
Look at this. A confrontation. This is on the house. And now we're going to come around the front here. Oh my goodness.
They're trying to.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
They're going after him.
Where's the guy?
He's in the car. He's in the truck.
He's in their vehicle.
He's in the truck.
There's a dog
under the truck. There's a dog under that truck.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. He just stole it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is incredible.
Their gate. Tore down their gate.
Unbelievable. Stay with us. We'll get the signal back. There it is.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what we are witnessing, guys. They are going to have to get creative here because this person is look at this. Just ramming into cars, additional bumpers flying off of that other vehicle. And now he's, I believe, westbound on Leffingwell Road. I want to say westbound. Is that, can we put the compass up real quick? Yeah, westbound Leffingwell. If you live in this area or have any idea where we are here, if you're looking at us, you need to stay inside because there is a dangerous suspect behind the wheel here. I feel very sorry for all of the other cars on the road here as he continues to make his way towards the freeway once again. We may find ourselves back on the freeway. But look at him, a little bit of traffic, and once again, right through another gas station. This is just incredible. This is the third vehicle that he has stolen today.
This is a man who's a danger to society in every definition. This has to be shut down. And I imagine police officers from multiple agencies have been watching this and are putting together some sort of a game plan on how to handle them, and it may be something really aggressive.
That's right. That's the only thing that I can think of. If they have the opportunity, they're going to have to catch up with them once again. They're going to have to get themselves in a position where they can bring this to an end if they can figure that out. And then there's going to be a very dangerous confrontation because this guy is not going away easily. There's just no way at this point that he's willing to give up. And whatever steam he lost running up that block, he's now comfortably in the driver's seat of brand new work truck, and you can tell, I mean, he's having, we don't even know, there could be a full tank in that truck, so he may have a whole new fresh tank to play with here as he now travels down Mayor Road at 70 miles per hour.
We have seen him stubbornly, and that's a mild word, to get in from one vehicle to the next, and he has been successful. It's mind-boggling.
Well, you wouldn't be threatened that
Look at this, over the median again, going the wrong way on Florence Avenue. Go the wrong way, head on with additional traffic down Florence Avenue. And look at this, coming up on another major intersection, a left turn northbound on Painter Avenue. To answer your question, David.
Chris, not to interrupt you, but I think he just hit another car at that intersection prior to this one. And if his previous behavior indicates anything, it just, to me, I would think he's looking for another vehicle that he can dump this one and jump into the next.
Yeah.
And that's why he was going slowly through that neighborhood.
Right. So Chris was describing this, Giovanna, and you saw this during Eyewitness News at 4, but this is where Chris picked this pursuit up, not knowing a whole lot about this suspect. He just took off on this Honda Civic. They tried to pull it over. We didn't know much more about that, but then we noticed immediately how reckless he was. He dumps that Honda Civic, jumps into this white van, and he must have hotwired it, but by the time he gets that thing started, see, he breaks into the front door, the driver's side door, then the police, pulls up right behind him. It's
incredible.
They get out of the way, and then he refuses. This is where it really pushed up the blood pressure, where you can see that this guy is desperate. He's gonna do anything he can to
And
get away.
David, this is the second car he tried to hotwire. This one successfully. Remember the
Exactly,
truck
you're right.
that was on the street that he tried to break through.
Right.
I don't know what he was doing to try to get into that door.
And he's blowing through all these intersections with cross traffic, so many close calls. It's a miracle we haven't seen anybody get hurt now under the freeway. That, I believe, was the 605.
We do have an important update coming from our news room.
Crashing into another vehicle here and wiping him out off the road. He just took out another vehicle, rammed into him, heavy damage. I hope that person.
So much for your news update.
And now he's trying. Look at
cannot maneuver that vehicle.
I have
Oh,
never
this is going to be right here.
inspiration.
Unbelievable. Head on with another car. Here comes, well, not even a pit maneuver. They ran into
right
behind,
here.
into a gas station. Folks getting gas at the corner of
Oh,
Gale and
oh,
Hacienda, into
oh.
a gas pump. And now he's going to try and get out probably, but now he's going to put it in reverse. Back in reverse. Where's that deputy? Look at this. Moving into the front end. They're shooting. They're shooting now. They're shooting. We're going to wind down. And they are now firing into the cab of that pickup truck.
At all those black lights.
Unbelievable.
He's still
They
gunning
are
it, though.
using
Rest in
force.
peace,
Deadly
motherfucker.
force is being employed at this moment to try and stop this madness in the
The wheels are still turning. Are they stopping?
They are stopped. They have stopped. The wheel is off.
He's still
That
trying.
front left wheel is off.
That rear tire is still going.
Yep. Is it still going?
It was still turning.
So his foot's on the gas.
It's sort of like deja vu.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Foot on the gas.
Listen, it's...
Bullets flying through that truck, and now we'll see as they surround the vehicle, multiple teams and canine units already on the scene here, surrounding the vehicle, at least the rear of the vehicle. They can't surround it completely, obviously. They don't want to create a
They're telling
crossfire
everybody to
situation.
get out of the way. They're telling the innocent bystanders to get out of the way. What is
Yes.
this?
Someone's hurt
Yes.
there.
Somebody's hurt. It looks like somebody. That's the driver. That's the driver. It looks like the driver of that car that he rammed head on into.
Are they putting cuffs on him?
It looks like he's being arrested. He's being detained for some reason. Not sure what that's about, but we'll focus on the truck for now. We'll focus on the truck. Obviously, more to that story, but clearly, this ending in a crash with several
What
vehicles.
the fuck is going on?
Still trying to go.
I'm gonna take another dab.
Creating a lot more space.
I'm over here organizing the house, but I gotta take another dab.
Do you
And
see
he's
bullet
still-
holes? I don't see bullet holes. I don't see a... oh, there's something there.
The wheels are still spinning.
Something just went through the driver's side window. Now, that may have been a gunshot. That may have been something.
Still gassing it.
Have they shot any tear gas canisters into the car?
Multiple bullet holes through the driver's
Do you
side
see
window,
that?
guys.
Okay, yeah. Now there are.
Okay.
Those are shotgun shells. Those are high
Oh,
caliber.
two of them.
That have now shot
They may
fire
have-
right through that driver's side
They
window.
might have gotten
They may
Most
have
likely
waited
putting it
to
into
use
the-
deadly force on him, but I think they finally, with his, refusal to give up, and now we don't see the wheel turning anymore. They maybe waited that long.
And
Yeah, this has come to an end, guys. I hate to tell you, but
Oh,
I'm happy to say that this
dude.
has come to an end. But obviously, a treacherous and deadly situation potentially for the suspect. So we will see if those wheels finally stop spinning, which it appears that they have. You can see dozens and dozens of officers at the corner of Gale and Hacienda Boulevard. Canine units at the ready. They are going to approach eventually. It could take a lot of time, in some cases, to approach the vehicle and try and get a better view into the cab. Unfortunately, really hard to see through the front windshield because if we get in front of it, you see the awning from the gas station would be concealing it. So we really can't get a good view into the driver's seat just yet. But large shotgun shells through the front window. It's just a wait-and-see game at this point. They are going to eventually, obviously, treating this with kid glove care, but obviously they have to take their time before just approaching the vehicle. And they have, look at, there's a fire though. The vehicle's on fire. The vehicle's on fire, and that's going to require the fire department. They're going to have to pull him out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're going to have to pull him out of the driver's seat.
This is not over.
This is not over by any stretch.
process he ran into.
Well, patrol cars had a hard time keeping up with him, but he's run into a lot of civilian vehicles, and I have to say, Chris, and I'm sorry to say, but this ended exactly as we suspected it would. It really, really tragic to see this happen.
If you ask how many black and whites have been hit, I've lost count, quite frankly. So I can't tell you exactly how many. There were a whole bunch of parked cars and cars in traffic at the end of that pursuit before that major intersection. And there was one Jeep, a white Jeep soft top, that he got wiped out completely. I hope he's okay. They're going to have to check on him.
Keep in mind, we're getting all of the video gathered. We'll show you what has happened here, but right now, the concern, you see the bullet holes in the door and and the windshield, and then those big bullet holes there, which could be shotgun shots that went through the windshield a couple of minutes after we initially saw it. Yeah. So we're going to watch this situation and see what happens here.
All right, guys. Being told that obviously we don't know what his condition is inside that vehicle, but they have reason to believe he is armed inside that vehicle. So now it appears that they are aware of a weapon potentially inside that vehicle. That's gonna the whole truck has been a weapon this entire time, obviously. But if there's a weapon inside that vehicle, that adds to the calculus as they approach the vehicle. But in any event, they're gonna try and get clear eyes on him before opening that car. Again, this could take a lot of time. This could turn into an extended standoff potentially, unless they decide that they want to be more aggressive.
Okay, so
obviously.
while they're watching this, where you watch this, Chris, we're showing some folks some of the
Okay, if you look at the holes on the driver's side window, there's one right where his head is, and one right under where his neck is. And then a bunch of little bullet holes on the doors.
I think eventually we saw him go up on the shoulder of the road, and that may be what caused him to create that flat on his front
And
side tire.
that wheel has not been spinning since the 2 shotgun holes. Now those are buckshots, okay? Bullets are like that big.
A little bit later on, where we saw him smash into the back end of that Jeep, and I guarantee that driver has some severe whiplash right there.
Just right there, he sideswiped a car right there.
And it could be something like that that caused that flat on the front, because he's so aggressively hit the shoulder. Watch this. He's trying to stop. He can't. That's when he smashes into that Jeep, and the Jeep is basically lifted up and pushed over a couple of lanes. And it's right after this, you see him gun it again, and then he's going to lose control right up here near the end of this block here, and he's going to smash into more cars, fly through the intersection here, and that's when law enforcement gets behind him. He's going to come across several lanes, hit this car.
Let's see what happens now that this man they arrested in that car.
Yeah, and that's the man they arrested, the car that he just hit, and this is where it basically came to an end. He didn't give up here. Look at that front wheel. It's basically dislodged. But even here, scary that it's in a gas station, and the innocent people are all over, and then he backs up, and then this is where I think this is where police, sheriffs decide to make take a.
What's going on over there that caused him to get arrested?
This particular intersection, this is just an incredible sight to see.
Yeah, this is unbelievable.
And this is where the shots were fired.
Shots have already been fired, but you'll see though that the wheels are still turning.
Are we still trying to get away?
Yeah, see those wheels? They're still turning.
Right there, right there.
You'll notice that his windshields
So I'm gonna back this up.
See though that the wheels are still turning.
Are we still trying to get away?
Yeah, see those wheels? They're still turning. And so you'll notice that his windshields
They
are
tackled
intact.
that dude out of the car and took him away in cuffs.
After this, then you'll see these big, that's where the arrest is taking place right there. And the person on the last car that was hit, we don't know what happened there. Maybe he was just really angry at the sheriffs for hitting us. He probably
That was gonna be my guess. He was angry at the cops for smashing into the car.
There it goes. There's a first blast, and there'll be a couple more.
And still trying to rev his tires there and trying to take off, even in this state.
3 more. I mean, there were 3 blasts in all that got into the windshield of the driver's side, and then soon after that, we see the wheels stop turning.
You can see the sparks on
The train.
Wheels have not been turning ever since.
These guys do a lot
Ever
of
since
training.
those 2 holes.
This was such a difficult pursuit in so many different ways, because he was so reckless and so dangerous. And his refusal, the stubbornness, refusal to give up.
And this is the second truck that we saw, after, and that poor guy has been watching this entire pursuit.
We saw 3 attempts to carjack, and 2 of them were successful, but we also saw him break into that home, and those poor people at home. Now, this is important. We did get information from the newsroom that everybody and the pets in that home in Whittier, they are doing okay. Granted, this is their vehicle.
Great news.
Yeah, that's good news. Nobody was hurt in that confrontation, and boy, they really went to war with this guy. I think that's why they have it. He's got the best shot right there.
And they probably want to see if he's conscious or not. Maybe to see if there is movement.
That is, I mean, that's going to be the concern. Is he conscious? Is he bleeding out? There's a lot, I'm sure, that they're thinking about and dealing with, but they can't put themselves in danger. This guy has already proven he's not going to give up.
He's definitely not.
And he doesn't care about anybody else's health either. So this is one of those situations where you just got to handle it as safely as possible, but it's really tragic to see.
Well, I mean, you know, when you think about the number of lives that he has put in danger over the last 90 minutes, I mean, it's just bewildering. But in any event, here comes an arrest team. They're going to approach with shields up, guns drawn, and they've got tactical tools at their disposal if they face any resistance. But the first order of business is going to be clearing that driver's side window. The glass breaker is being employed, ramming the driver's side window, and now getting a much clearer view that we will keep some.
I don't see any movement. Oh,
I don't see
yes,
movement.
I
He's
hear
moving.
it.
He is moving.
He is moving.
I saw his hand. The back seat appears clear. Now they'll try. It looks like he's injured, and it looks like they're going to make an attempt to open that door, but it's not open yet. They may just pull him through the windshield. They may pull him through that window, guys. I have a feeling they will just pull him right through the driver's side window without bothering with the door. We don't know what
They may not be able to get the door open.
You saw what I saw, which was his hand moving. It looked like he maybe had crawled into the passenger seat, and there you go. They're going around the passenger side to bring him out. Wow. Stepping out of the vehicle. Whoa.
What? Wow. Well, he's walking and he's...
What in the world?
That is
This guy is on,
unbelievable.
He's had 9 lives.
I'm sorry. I'm speechless.
That's
This is
unbelievable
just...
to me.
I never thought we'd see him walk out of that. He may be shot, he may be bleeding,
But he's walking.
but he's walking. He's alive.
This motherfucker's alive.
And what a miracle that nobody was seriously hurt in this.
We don't know that. He hit a number of people on the road. We have to investigate that. So that Jeep has me
Look bad.
concerned.
That's
I had a rehearsal room in City of Industry.
The last gentleman who got
We
arrested,
drive there like
who
3
else was
times
in
a
his
week.
vehicle.
Let's hope that they all are okay, but
This is
I can't believe that they have this guy in custody and he is alert.
Who is this man? We don't know. Do you call this good news? I mean, he is alive, which is good news. The casualty list is I think fairly long. The people that he ran into today. Did you get the call for this, or did you stumble upon it because you just pulled off that other pursuit at Knott's Berry Farm, and the next thing you know, you're on this one?
That's one of the wildest things about this. We were right over Knott's Berry Farm, and as they apprehended 2 suspects inside the park after locking down Soak City, we turned around. Anaheim PD's airship was heading to another pursuit, and we literally turned around, and here came this Honda Civic flying up the 90 freeway right past Knott's Berry Farm. And that's when the pursuit was on once again. From one to another, we stumbled on this one, and
This dude's alive.
is literally history.
Well, in your pursuits that you've covered, hundreds of them, where does this one rank? As far as
I mean,
crazy?
you know, this is up there, guys. I always go
He
back to
comes
the
out
movie
walking like he
Anderson,
never even
but
got
this
shot
was-
with one
This was
bullet.
breathtaking and far more dangerous when we think about just the way it ended. I mean, bullets flying at the end of such a dangerous pursuit where so many motorists were placed into harm's way. I mean, a home invasion and in the middle of it, that truck with the dogs under the truck.
Alright, man. Hey, on this last dab, who else thought that motherfucker was dead when the 2 big holes and the tire stopped spinning, man? Oh my god.
This is the end of the Honda pursuit when he wound.
At least 75% of everybody in LA is watching this right now. And they're all like, what the fuck? We thought he had a hole in his head like that big. And one in his neck.
Just to get inside and take off and they were broken. It manages to start the door.
Hey, Ellen, this is an absolutely crazy pursuit. And the way it ended, I can tell you that the police officers here in Anaheim were actually following our live stream. They were just amazed at what they were seeing because started here as well, as Chris Christie said, after that suspect broke into that van that was parked here in this townhouse condominium area. It was parked right behind me. You still see police officers here on the scene. We actually spoke to the owner of that van, who said he was not here at the site of this townhouse apartment complex, and that someone actually told him that this pursuit was taking place, that this van had been stolen. He rushed to this area and realized that that was his van.
Broke into the van and then was able to steal the van.
You want to come in?
After he
Here.
was able to steal the van, as he was backing up, the police were coming up behind him